Yes. So children, yeah, nice to hear all of you. And it's nice that you guys are thinking something different from others, choosing this option. That is means it shows that you're early birds. Early birds in sense you are thinking something different. See now, why I'm saying early birds is, see everybody engineering everybody, but there is you are thinking something different and your forethought is very good. That is why I'm saying early birds. So your forethought is too good. So please try to have dream of that. When you dream, definitely you will work accordingly and you will attain your goal. So for that, we need to have short-term goal, long-term goals, immediate goal. That's very important. So your perspective and your long-term goal is getting into civils. So that is your long-term goal. Short-term goal, yes, working towards it. Immediate goal, that means when a class is done and every day, what the way you are working will be your immediate goal. So immediate goal will help you to realize short term goal. The short term goal will help you to realize your the long term goal or the goal of your life. So for that, what is required? Definitely we are there to support you. And for all of us, Shailja ma'am's sir, that is dad, is there to guide us and bless us also.
Yes, ma'am.
So children, so I'll be handling history part. And I think in the previous class, you are done with 1857 revolt. Right, children? So first, I would like to know, like, you know, the history is divided into three parts, right? Ancient history, medieval history, modern history. So, so where exactly, like, that bifurcation is also required. And all of you, I just want to know, like for example, Padma is there. I think she is not from a arts background. So to what extent she has idea of this? So where how we have to guide her? That is very important. So with your permission, apart from this Saturday class, I would like to interact with them
Yes.
so that that will help me to really help them out, because that cannot happen in a class.
Yeah.
In a class, because it is the first class, this interaction session and all beautiful. But every day we have to go with the syllabus. We have to go with the chapters and the topics. So before going into that regularly, first I would like to know from them individually what exactly, how much idea they have. So that when I am handling the topic, I can just go forward and backward according to their strength. And I can patch up and bring them to the similar lines in the class.
Yes, ma'am. Sure. I will share your number to all of them. They will
Yes.
contact you, ma'am, tomorrow. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I will be sending the message to you at what time I'm available.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yes. Uh, can I continue, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, children, 1857 revolt, I think you have discussed in the previous class. A quick review of it. And do you have any doubts regarding 1857 revolt so that I can proceed further? The results of 1857 revolt. A quick doubt session for 5 minutes.
Padma
From
had
next,
a doubt, ma'am, that why did it fail? Means it happened in a span of a few months, right? So why did it fail? Was Padma's question at that time.
okay. See, Padma, yes, a very good question. Because all the sectors of the society, okay, they did not involve in the revolt because, because of certain reasons. Now, the very base of, the English rule or the British rule was divide and policy rule. Okay. So their main agenda was the divide and policy rule. They wanted to bring that difference. And that is the reason in the 1857 also, that is the main reason why it has failed, because all the sectors of the society were not involved. Why? One, Hindus having apprehension about the cartridges, that the cartridges which were used, they were made of, cow's fat, and cow being a sacred animals to Hindus, they were not willing to use those cartridges to use. That is one. And the second, I think I'm audible, madam.
Ah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And then the second one was there was no unity among the people. And then the third one was the people, they did not have when the revolt was going on, the Indians did not have proper weapons when compared to the Britishers. They had modern equipment. They could not withstand their military or the ammunition or the weapons they had. And another thing is, very few people. You all know Tantia Tope. He was the commander in chief, right, of 1857 revolt, right? So they did not, because it was starting, they were scared. So all sectors did not join in a unified manner. They did not have proper planning, proper agenda as to how to go with the revolt. So that is the reason they could not unite Muslims and Hindus, and they could not take them together as one. That is the reason they could not succeed, and it was a failure. But but you cannot say it was a total failure. But seeing the revolution, the revolt, Britishers felt that it is not easy. It is not easy to take over India or Indians. Okay. So that is the reason there the British government or the government in England, UK, or in Britain, it alarmed them. Till then, it was under East India Company. East India Company. Then this revolt cautioned or alarmed the government in Britain that it is not easy to take over the people and the country, and the East and the job which is done by East India Company. Then after this 1857 revolt, the total control of the country went into the hands of the crown. Went into the crown, into the hands of the crown. Till then, it was under East India Company, that is the group for the purpose of trade. They came in the 1600 AD. They came just for trade. Okay, but after the revolt of 1857, they thought it is not an easy task to establish themselves in India. So the Queen in Britain, the British government took over the country after the revolt of 1857. Yes, Padma. Padma,
Yes, ma'am.
hello.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, is it clear, Padma?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. So, hello.
Yes, ma'am. You can continue.
Yes. So what I request all of you is, children, please, that is what I am telling you. Whenever we have a class, whatever doubts you have, please, you can write the doubts. The next class, we can have a recap, a doubt session, so that it will be very clear for you. That is the reason I am asking all of you, please, if you think that, madam, you have to still give us the basics, that is East India Company or its establishment, or what made the Europeans enter into our country. So if you want any basics of that kind, so if I have an interactive session in the class, we can go with the syllabus. The other classes, we can have those fundas.
Yes, ma'am.
That is my opinion, Shailaja ma'am. You
Yes,
can
ma'am.
please
Sure.
guide me.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
can guide me, ma'am.
Yeah, sure,
Yes.
ma'am. So
Yeah.
they can take up their doubts also, yeah, and we can go to that level. According to that, we can go ahead.
Yes, madam. Parallelly, we can cover both, madam.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Parallelly.
Sure.
Their fundas can be cleared, so
Yeah.
that when we are clearing their fundas, they will understand what is going in the class, in the session.
Yes, ma'am.
So clearing, giving them fundas and clearing the syllabus, the time may not be sufficient, ma'am. So
Mm.
I'll just talk to you how like
Yes,
we
ma'am.
can go. Then accordingly you can guide me even, madam.
Yes.
Yes. Any more doubts, children? 1857. 18. Okay. A quick few questions from my side.
Ma'am,
Children, 1857 revolt, why it is called the first war of independence? Why is it considered as the first war of independence? Can anyone answer me? It's okay. It's okay. No problem. Just to understand.
You can just answer whatever you know. It doesn't mean that
Yes.
you should feel
Correct.
that we do not know it.
No issues, children. We are all learning. We are all in the learning process. There is learning process. The more, the more we interact, children, no issues. We are there to guide you. We are there to help you. Okay, fine. See, children, why 1857 revolt is considered as the first war of independence is, till then, individually, okay, individually, each community, okay, each community, like farmers, or the peasants, farmers are also called, referred as peasants. So their issues were different. So they wanted a different type of freedom. Okay, then if you take coffee plantation workers, their definition of freedom was different, right? So each sectors, their definition of freedom, their struggle, and their harassment from the East India Company was different. So each and every sector of the people were having different definitions of freedom. So they were trying to solve their problems, how to come out of these Britishers, how they were thinking in their different way. They were not together, but this 18 all, because all the sectors were suffering, so finally they all felt that there is a common problem, that these Britishers or the Europeans or this particular East India Company, so there all of them felt that all of them had problem with one company, that is East India Company. And they felt that their idea was, they understood that their idea is not mere trade, but something else. They understood that they want to take their complete control on them. Then they all came together to fight for the common cause. That is why till then there was no, there was no single, what I can say, all of them together, they did not think that to revolt against the Britishers or the East India Company, I can say, not the Britishers. Till then it was East India Company from Britain. So all of them were not satisfied the way they were treated by the East India Company. So they all came together. Their common cause was that the trouble that they were giving. So together they wanted to attack the East India Company. There, from there, the revolts, or you can say that group revolutions have started, or group, that is how the Vande Mataram movement or the non-cooperation. So people coming together with a common cause and wanted to fight against their domination. So that is why it is referred as the first war of independence. Independence means freedom, as I told you, because the farmers, they were of taxation. Taxes were collected. They wanted plantation workers. They were not allowed to go out. Bonded labor, slavery. They were not allowed. They were confined. So they wanted freedom. For them, they wanted to come out of those clutches. So everybody in their own way, they were harassed. So they wanted to come out of that. So they all together wanted to come. That is why it is called First War of Independence, freedom. First, for some, it was economic freedom. For some, it was social freedom. But freedom was common. So that is why 1857 revolt is termed as the first war of independence. Hello,
Yes, ma'am.
children? Clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. You can continue.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, children? Yeah, that is why it is called. So why Jhansi Lakshmi Bai? You know. Yes? Can you tell me, children? She was the queen of which kingdom? Yes, children.
Jhansi.
Very
Jhansi.
good. Very good. Very good. Yes. So why children? Why she wanted? Why she took that initiation? Why she took the lead? Why did she take the lead? What made her? Why? Why she, of all, so many kings were there. So many rulers were there. Why Jhansi Lakshmi Bai had to take?
Because of the policy of doctrine of lapse.
Very good. Excellent. Can I know who is it?
Kirtana, ma'am.
Excellent, Kirtana. Yes. What is doctrine of lapse?
If any kingdom dies without having a male heir, then the kingdom will be given to the East India Company.
Yes. Who introduced that doctrine of lapse?
Lord Dalhousie.
Dalhousie. Yes. That time, Dalhousie was the Governor General. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, yes, in order to have control, in order to have control one by one after the other, yes, to take away one after the other kingdom, Dalhousie, the then Governor General, he introduced doctrine of lapse. That means, according to doctrine of lapse policy, suppose if a kingdom, in a kingdom, if a king doesn't have a natural heir, that means the king should not adopt anybody. He should have his own successor. Heir means successor, daughter or son. So for your father, you are heir. Heir or H-E-I-R. H-A-I-R is our heir. Okay. This heir is H-E-I-R. Means successor. So you are heir of your father. Correct? So if a king doesn't have a natural heir, then they should not adopt. So all that kingdom will go off to the East India Company. So what happened? Jhansi, Lakshmi Bai was the queen of Jhansi. Husband was Gangadhar. They did not have a natural heir. They did not have children. So they adopted a son. Then the East India Company, the then Governor General said, according to the doctrine of lapse, your kingdom will be annexed to the East India Company. The total kingdom, your kingdom will come under East India Company. You will be only a dummy prince, king. That's all. Everything. So automatically, children, the treasury, the resources, everything, the land, everything that belongs to Jhansi will be controlled by the East India Company.
You're muted, ma'am. You're muted.
Hello?
Right. Yeah.
Yes. So Jhansi, then Lakshmi Bai revolted. She said, no, it cannot happen. So that is how she took the initiation, that this cannot be tolerated. Who are you to control us? East India Company. So then she took the initiation, and then she had the neighboring good friends like Tantia Top and all. Then that's how she initiated the revolt of 1857. Is that clear, children? Yes. Now you understood what is doctrine of lapse? Very, very important, children. This doctrine of lapse, because this 1857 revolt is called the first war of independence, and that took a long way. This 1857 revolt is very, very remarkable event in the history of India, in the history of modern India. If you take 1857 is considered to be a very, very remarkable event. And the all the, till we achieved independence, this 1857 revolt is the base, is the base. It has, brought, so many reforms that changed the total mindset of the people of India. And this 1857 revolt took Indians ahead to achieve independence. So this 1857 revolt is remarkable, and it is very, very important topic.